I just went to the gym today. I'm sure that was very exciting for you guys to see. Let me just sit down. I'm going to get my computer because I've got my notes. I feel a little bit more comfortable here. I don't know how you have found me, but you have. And so I believe in fate that you're meant to be here. Stay here. No, I'm joking. Do what you will. I don't control you. So I'm Fran. I am a creative, whatever that means. I was a creative in the corporate world. Maybe we should start there. What was I? So I've been working in London for the past 15 years, ended up at a huge management consultancy, heading up a creative department and running their design and film outputs for global clients across the world. And it was such an exciting job. I say corporate 9 to 5, but it felt like more like a corporate 24/7. I loved it. I loved the people I was working with. I loved the team that I had. My manager was so supportive. It came to a point where it was like, I don't know where my next steps are. The trajectory for my career was I started as a creative, then ended up becoming a manager where it was more about delegating and becoming the creative lead, where you'd tell people or advise people of what to do. And then it moved up to the next stage, which was all about new business and sales. I felt like I had achieved so much, but had really little ambition to kind of get to the next level. And then last year, the company that I was working for, they decided that they needed to take 10% workforce out. And so 10% had to be laid off. They offered voluntary redundancy packages to leave, and I decided to take it. I left in August last year, and then the rest of the year I spent traveling across America and Southeast Asia and absolutely loved it. So I came back from my travels and decided that I would start doing the job searching in January. Typically, the hardest time to look for a job. My gosh, there just wasn't any opportunities, and it was bleak. So I spent the first month kind of crafting my CV, updating my portfolio. Slowly, opportunities started to come in on LinkedIn, and I applied for them. Didn't hear anything back, and then over the course of 6 months, maybe I've applied it feels like hundreds of applications of job roles that I've applied for. Now, 90% of them I'd never heard back from. Hello. I just want to pause it right here because I'm editing and just looking and listening to what I'm saying. And I want to firstly say I don't want to discourage anybody from job searching, because LinkedIn is such a powerful platform and an amazing tool now to search for job opportunities and networking. I'm looking for a creative lead role. Firstly, there's less senior roles, and also employers are looking for very specific set of skills. Those lead roles are going to be more expensive, and so they don't want to risk on like the wrong person that they employ. So it's just a harder game to play. I also want to say I did inflate some of those numbers. I just made them up in my head, and I want to be a bit more specific. And I've applied for around 55 jobs. Around 50% of them I've not heard back from, and around 35% of them have actually replied and said no. And then there's about 15% where either recruiters have been interested and I've gone to an interview stage. So, yeah, mainly don't get discouraged in searching online on LinkedIn, because I believe that opportunities are out there. So, back to me. I ended up doing that for 6 months, and then I wasn't looking after myself. I just didn't have the motivation. I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't being healthy. I just was watching TV all the time, and I just got into a bit of a rut and burnt out from the whole experience. I would rather take control of where this is going, where my career's going, and I've decided to have a break from applying for jobs on LinkedIn. I'm going to look at different opportunities, particularly in freelancing, and seeing whether or not I can make that work. It is still a bit of a muddle because this shift of mindset has only happened quite recently, and I'm still trying to get my head around what exactly I need to do and what goals I want to set myself. At the moment, I'm still a bit of a hot mess from the past 6 months, and I'm still getting through it. But I thought it would be worth documenting my journey through my next phase, which I'm calling my mid-career evolution. Sharing my experiences is really important in case any of you guys are feeling the same way or going through the same thing. I also don't want to sugarcoat any of my journey as well. I know this is a risk, and this could fail, and I don't mind failure. At the same time, I'm really excited, and it's getting me more creative. I didn't feel creative applying for jobs that I didn't want over the past 6 months. In fact, I stopped being creative. All that said, thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time on the next video. Bye. I might end with a little update on my nips.